off chance that you've caught the very start of this broadcast, I would just like to say I've forgotten my tripod, which is why it's pointing at a low angle, and I'm about to run back to grab my tripod. So you're just going to see this frame for a while. I apologise, but I will be back in a second. Right, need my keys. I'll at least put my microphone on so that I can talk to you while I'm doing this. Cable management, John. Come through my headphone cable. Otherwise it's all twisted. White socks and black shoes, eh? Tom Ford's never going to ask me for style tips. Okay, microphone's on. You should be able to hear me, at least, even if all you can see right now is my shins. But don't worry, that is about to get fixed if you are watching right now, because I've got my tripod now. So, hopefully, the problem is this can get a bit flaky, this connection, so I'm kind of hoping that I'm not going to mess the cable up. Come on. While I'm putting this on, come on. Right, sorry, I've got to put a little plate onto the bottom of the camera first. Right, then. No? Ah, all right, but how long? All right, hang on. One. Right, you can hear me. There is a chance that you might not be able to see me on screen today if I can't get this working from a video point of view. Let's find out. But hopefully you can at least hear me now. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Live stream video device. Oh look, there I am. Hey! Am I? Yay! Oof. Right, what have we got left? 7 minutes. Oh no. Let's stick me down at the bottom. WaterRower today, as you can see. And then effect filters, chroma key. Yes. I've not even fired up the laptop to see if anyone's talking to me yet. So if you are, apologies. That's me down there, and then oh no, can't do that one yet. I have to do that. Now, yeah. Sorry, I'll explain why I'm all over the place. Application capture, Xer. Yeah, I'll explain why I'm all over the place in a minute. Right. Moving the cable hadn't done this and that. Was it? It's chilly in here today, hence the jacket. Oh, don't knock over your little table, John. What are we down to? 6 minutes. I'll get it right. I might not get the iPad booted up, but yeah, that's fine. Right, smart row. Let's hope Puri's working, which it is. Wordle. The Wordle in 3 today, in case you're interested. Settings. There we go. Phew. Smart roll. Why are you not connected? One. Smart roll 50. I'm getting a bit hot and bothered now. I'm going to have to take broadcast to X. Hopefully that means lower. Okay, smart. Watch on. 5 minutes. Just row. I don't want to set it to a specific time because then it might stop and disconnect me. And then I will finish setup. Let's go. Right, and then come on. No, like this. That is me. Properly me. How quickly all the people have been talking. Please turn down exercise, it's super exposed to me. Alright, hang on. Good thing I booted up the iPad, isn't it? Is that better, Matthew? Sorry about that. Oh, right. Am I the only, it looks like I'm the only one on the water right now. Could be interesting. Right, 3 minutes to go. Whew, well, that was a bit of a start to the day, wasn't it? Oh, there you go, Matthew. Yeah, sorry about that. Wolverine before green screen. True. Yeah, I'll talk about all this stuff. I mean, I'd go. Hopefully, you can see. In fact, I've got time. I might as well. Oh, come on. That's the one. If I do that, see, it's not that bad, is it? Still got a couple more weeks growth to go before it's properly. I'm kind of like happy, if I want to call it that, with it, because it's all timed for. I'll tell you what, I'll talk about this in the row. I want to say hello to everyone first. I can't get on the water. The XR app isn't loading the event. Oh no, that's not good. I have absolutely no idea what you can do with that, I'm afraid. Sorry, Ellen. John Edge, Zone 2 and strapless for me. I'm going to be very low intensity today, so don't even bother trying to follow me. Where is everybody? Why am I the only one in the water? Extra music's a bit louder. Yeah, don't worry, I sorted that. Wolverine mutton chops. Good morning, just now I finished my water rowing training, and now you're rowing, crikey. Uh-oh, I think I've got my camera set to constant focus, so it seems to be kind of like pulsing. I apologise for that. I don't think I should go and start messing around with the camera though. John Edge says, looking forward to hear about Hyrox. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about that. Good morning from Germany. Hey, Tech Toby. Good morning, everyone. It's sort of behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm really sorry about how we started the road today. Hang on, or it's the filming. Swig of ambition, I'm afraid. So this is how the rowing sausage is made. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. I've clicked Let's Go on the exit app and nothing is happening. Oh, crikey. Oh no. You're unregistered, then registered again, but nothing. Oh no. And did you update the app? I know there's only a minute to go, but there is an app update available, so it could be that that's caused the issue. All here and 9. So can other people see loads of people then? Can't get in the water. Oh, Nick Fox says good morning. Just about made it. Is that it? Extra music's a bit louder. Yeah, we read that one. Good morning. Just now finished my week. Yeah, I think we're cool. Vamos, David Palos. Vamos. What's the difference between vamos and vamonos? Vamonos, we all. Is that like we go? I don't know. My Spanish is my Spanish completely fell apart, to be honest. I stopped doing anything to learn it. Really, right. Anyway, sorry. Right, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, I see. I was watching YouTube. I wasn't watching. Oh, good grief! I made the mistake of watching YouTube instead of my actual XR app. Oh, right, hopefully it doesn't matter. Right. So, for whatever reason, unless I was right at the front and everybody else is behind, for whatever reason, it doesn't look like I'm in with a huge group today. So this is going to be a bit more kind of solo-ish in terms of what you're seeing on the YouTube side of things. Withers there, lots in the water. All right, okay. So if your other people are fine, don't know what could be happening. Anyway, so welcome to Sunday morning. This is back to I've had a few weeks of so I'm down at 220 right now just because I need to ease myself into this. A few weeks of, I'd say almost professional setups. I was all ready to go and stuff. So it was about time I completely messed up one of the mornings between forgetting the tripod and then disconnecting the camera because of messing around with it. But hey, we're here, we're going, or at least most of us are. Poor Helen isn't. Helen, just watch the YouTubes and row on your own. I know it's not quite as engaging as if you're actually on the water with the rest of us, but look, I'm on my own as well. But a bit more of a push for me is my heart rate's not 156. Shut your face. Maybe it is after yesterday's exertion. So, right, okay, let's Oh, I am pulsing away focus-wise. I'm sorry, folks. Is that going to keep on happening every time I move? If it is, I might have to go and switch it off. Kind of is. Right, that's going to be annoying, but hopefully not so annoying that you can't carry on watching. This will be a video to delete. So, right, let's get through the normal technique chat intro first. And I want you just to, as we're going through this warm-up, just think about the angles that your body is in. I didn't even set my machine up right. My feet are too high in the foot plates. So remember, think about the stroke from the back. Okay, so this point here, as you pull the handle into your chest, should be where you think about your next stroke. And that's from the handle away, okay? So handle comes away, that triggers your forwards tilt over your hips into like a 1 o'clock angle as you come forwards. So arms away, tilt your hips, then bend your knees. You can actually see how my body has, or my angles, my lower back and stuff, I'm kind of curled up in a ball almost because my feet are so high in the straps, and it's changed the angle of my ankles to knees to hips, and means as I come forwards, I'm kind of rolled and tucked in instead of being able to sit up. I'm not doing any sprints today, by the way. Instead of being able to sit up as I come forwards with a powerful posture, I'm kind of rounded and weak as I come forwards. In fact, tell you what I'm going to do. Can I get, yeah, I can. See if I can do this maneuver smoothly. Haha! That's one foot out. See if I can do the other one. That feels better. So up. Ah, you're stuck. Ah. Oh dear. Okay. That's the foot out. Shoe out. There we go. All right. Ooh, I don't think I've ever rowed in socks on the WaterRower before. My heels are coming out. All right, so you might not be able to tell a difference between how I was before and now, but this feels a lot more comfortable in terms of rowing, because taking my shoes off meant I didn't have like the heel cup foam padding, so that saved me, what, about an inch or so of height due to the size of the heel cup or the heel foam on these Saucony shoes. Right, so yeah, so that feels better. And I think kind of as a response, I'm rowing a little bit faster as well. So, just to recap then, hands away, rock forwards, then you bend your knees, roll into the front, keeping your arms straight and that forwards tilt, and then think about pushing the machine away with your feet for the drive rather than pulling on the handle, and that will get your power from the legs, and then you add your backswing and finish with your arms. So there you go. That's the technique. And just think about, hang on, tilting forwards and backwards over your hips through the stroke,
and holding that forwards tilt for as long as you can. Quick, there's a couple of messages that come through. Toby says, whether is there a lot on the water? Oh good, so it's just me that can't see people then. And then Helen says, I started another session and then popped up to say the session started. So I'm on with you now, yay! Bit behind the pack. Oh, that's all right. It's not like cycling, where you kind of need to be with the pack in order to kind of benefit from drafting and stuff. So, right. I will obviously talk about high rocks, but don't worry, I'm not going to talk about it for the next 20 minutes. This isn't my blog. Well, it kind of is really, isn't it? I've still got my high rocks wristband on. It's like when you go to Glastonbury or something and you're like, I can't cut it off, it means it's the end. But I'm back in 3 weeks. Maybe I should just keep the band on. Save me having to register. No, you still get the chip. Yeah, because I'm back in 3 weeks for London. So I'll quickly go through it. Just because I've talked about it enough, maybe you're interested. But first, quickly, the face, the beard. If you haven't spotted it, like from last week, I think it was, when I was talking about it, and the week before. Because Martin and I are racing in London as Wolverine and Deadpool, I've been growing the beard so I could shave it into Wolverine chops. The plan being to do it the night before, so I didn't look like a dafty for too long. However, I'm also, just because I thought it's a good thing to do and who knows how it would work out, but I'm raising money for World Cancer Research Fund, figuring that even if only one person donated £10 or something, then that was £10 better in their pocket than possibly like Starbucks or something. But it was doing quite well. My target was £500. I was up at like 170, and I decided, you know what? Why not say that if I hit my target, I'll shave the beard early whenever I hit it, and like the next day I hit £500. So Friday night, I'm not sprinting, don't worry. Got the clippers out and shaved in the Wolverine chops, which I don't think looks too stupid. Julie's not entirely a fan, but I'm not going to be upset to look like this for the next 3 weeks. Might even keep it for Frankfurt, which is 2 weeks later. Don't think Julie will let me do that. But anyway, so that's why I've got the Wolverine chops out 3 weeks early. It's just a charity thing. And I'm amazed, I think, last I saw, I think I was at £550 raised for World Cancer Research Fund. Just search Just Giving for RowAlong if you're wanting to donate, or check out my socials and stuff. But don't worry, no pressure. Like I say, my thought was just maybe 1 or 2 people would donate. I'd put 20, 30 pounds their way, but no, done quite well. Oh, see, the WaterRower's nice, but where are we? Yeah, 11 minutes in, and I'm starting to get that discomfort from where the lip of the seat, at the front of the seat, digs in to your kind of the top of the hamstrings where they meet your glutes. Starting to get quite uncomfortable. Sitting slightly further forward is not helping. Ooh, it's not as bad as the other WaterRower I've got, the big performance one that has the dual rails. I just don't use that one because it's really uncomfortable, the seat on that one. But anyway, right, so let's see how quickly I can get through this. High rocks. I'm going to make a video about this, but I'll at least talk about it. So it was Manchester yesterday, first doubles I've ever done with my YouTube pal Martin Boyce. We haven't trained or anything before together, so this was actually our training run before London in 3 weeks' time. We discussed tactics, did a few practice transitions. The ones you need to kind of work on are ski erg and sandbags. Everything else kind of takes care of itself, apart from the fact I did stand on him during the burpees. Anyway, so I'll really kind of raced through it faster than the actual race was. We did it in 1 hour, 7 minutes, 31 seconds. Not bad. Quite pleased with that. I was hoping to get under 110, having done 115 solo. I figured we should be able to knock off at least 5 minutes by sharing the workload on the stations. And that works, because I mean, the sled push, I think was like 1.5 minutes. Really quick, as was the farmer's carry. Martin was running as fast, holding 2 kettlebells. Oops, hang on. St. Martin's lunch, first loading. Okay, I'll have to read that at the end. Yeah, he was running as fast, carrying 2 kettlebells. It's quite impressive, to be honest. He did about 100 meters of it, then I picked them up and did my normal wobble stagger with them. But kind of went well, I think. Runs could have been faster. I think we possibly blew up a little bit, maybe with that sled push, but things to learn. Big thing to take away is compromised running. So I can easily run like a 5K in 22.5 minutes, 4.5 minute kilometers. I can kind of do that. But the moment, even though it's like 8 1K runs, with the stations in between, the compromise running is a completely different animal. So we were doing our 1Ks closer to 5 minutes instead of 4.5. And so that's where, oh, am I frozen? All right. You can still hear me though, can't you? Yes. Don't know what's wrong with the camera today, sorry folks. At least you can still hear me. Ah, got to go, that's what TT said. This is St. Martin's lunch. All right, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Oh, tell you what, I'm gonna turn me off, okay? So you can just see. This gives me a chance to rest now. There you go. Is that all right? There we go. Well, I don't look very, why do I look so muted? I don't look very colourful. Anyway, yeah, and then I messed up the wall balls. I stopped early, like one ball early, and then did 3 no reps in a row in the panic. So we should have been under an hour, 7:30, probably 1:07:20, but oh, good grief, this is painful. But it was good. I was definitely a little bit stiff afterwards, or sorry, not after the race, but we finished the race, I had a quick stretch, calmed down, and then jumped in the car and spent the next 3 hours driving home. And so when I got out of the car, it was more of a stagger because I had seized. It was only an hour and change worth of racing, but with the intensity, it definitely takes it out of your body. Don't know whether it's the lunges that do it or what, but definitely took it out of me. And then managed to get back in time for birthday cake. It was Jamie, my eldest daughter's 15th yesterday, her quinceañera. Or not actually, because it's not like it's her 15th birthday, but not a quinceañera, we didn't do anything like that. But I got birthday cake. Closed the temple for one evening, had a couple of beers to celebrate a good race, but the temple is back open for training business again, starting with this recovery row, which, and to be honest, the intensity of the row is perfect. What I'm suffering from is this pain from the seat. That's the last time I'll complain about it though. So, we ride again, 3 weeks' time in London. Martin and I are going to try and beat that time. And that's the end of my High Rocks chat. Other than to say, or I'll talk about it again in a second as I go through this, because I was thinking about it in the car coming home last night. We all come to sport from different places, whether that's coming to rowing or something else. And I'm lucky enough that because of the YouTube channel and the website and stuff, I do get a lot of emails from people around the world who I would never otherwise have made contact with. So there was a guy from Texas, Roger, who got in touch yesterday. I read his email before I went down to Manchester. He was basically just giving me a bit of a potted history of how he found rowing, how he found my channel, how he prefers my channel to some of the other ones, which is quite nice. But it was this story about like his fitness journey. He's in his late 60s now. It was just really interesting. And it kind of made me think about why we do this stuff, how we found it, what its purpose is. And I started to think about like my reasons and kind of wound back to when I was a kid. And when you think about it, when I was, I say 7, 8, I'd go out on my bike with my pals. It'd be like a Saturday morning. We'd all get on our bikes and then just cycle around all over the place. We'd kind of stop at someone's house, maybe, but then we'd cycle on somewhere else, go to the woods, climb a tree, all that stuff. Spend the whole day just hooning around on our bikes. And even like summer days after school, do the same. Just get on the bike, go out for a ride. And it's like, you think about the amount of exercise you have as a kid just by playing. And you don't think, oh, I'm going to wear my Garmin as I go out playing with the boys today. It's me as a 7-year-old. Don't worry, saying that as an adult sounds wrong. And then, like school, when I started high school, it was a 2-mile walk from my house to school, which I'd do every morning to get into school, every afternoon to come home. But then I'd also run home at lunch. Frankly, because I didn't want to spend my lunch money on lunch. I wanted to spend it on drums. So I'd run home, make a sandwich, eat it, and then walk back to school again. So I was walking 6 miles a day, running 2 miles a day. Again, not one step of that was I thinking, this is my exercise for the day. And it wasn't until, or actually, even when I started playing squash, I didn't do it for exercise. I did it because I really enjoyed playing squash. It wasn't like I was going, oh, I better go do a workout today in order to keep fit or lose weight or whatever. I was just like, what's today? Okay, it's a match or a training, like on-court training, or it's kind of how I got into rowing in the first place, was I used to row for cardio training for squash. And obviously treadmill work as well. But it was never, let's just do exercise for exercise's sake. That didn't really start until I was about, I don't know, 26, maybe, 25, 26, because I'd stopped playing squash due to a shoulder injury, but I'd kept on eating and drinking like I was a squash player. And so quite quickly ballooned up to almost 17 stone, which is what, about 230 pounds? It's a big boy. And then proposed to Julie. And then when I saw the photos of me at the top of the Empire State Building, where I almost had bigger boobs than Julie, I was like, whoa, got 2 years until the wedding, need to sort this out. And so started to jump on the exercise bike, cycling and out of work. And then looked at exercise as a way to keep fit and lose weight and stuff. And then that kind of turned into cycling. Once I kind of lost weight, bought myself a nice carbon bike and started to cycle at weekends, go out for like 5-hour rides, 100-mile rides and things, because I really enjoyed it. I'd already lost the weight. I was down to around about 12 stone by then, say about 172-ish pounds. And then rowing came along again, and I started to do that, training really hard to try and win medals and stuff, which luckily I did. Quite nice. And so it's still not for kind of keep fit sake at that point. It was about performance. And I think, I then, after cutting my hand with a knife, I had to kind of just exercise for exercise's sake for a long time while my hand healed. But it's still with a purpose. And I think That's why High Rocks has really captured me, is it's given me a reason to train hard, but also to train different aspects. I keep looking at the camera. I forgot I don't need to look at the camera. Yeah, different aspects of how I train. Like, I don't think I'd ever done a burpee before I started High Rocks. And farmers carries, never done them. Sleds, nope. So, and it's given me a reason to not just do them, but to really push into it. Ironically, the thing that suffered most from High Rocks is my rowing. When we got to the row stage yesterday, as we ran into it, I was saying to Martin, I'm like, you're gonna have to start. I'm absolutely gassed from the running. There's no way I can perform well on the machine. And then he did 300 meters, swapped out with me. I managed 400 before I was just fading and fading. And then he finished it off. But like, he started off about 142, finished about 150. And I kind of held 145 for the whole 400 meters. And then he kind of, I think he was about 150 again. But my rowing performance is definitely nowhere near what it used to be or what it needs to be if I'm going to return to the world of indoor rowing next year when I turn 50. So that's interesting. Well, to me. Although my plan was to go to the World Indoor Rowing Championships for my return, but as being they're going totally virtual next year, I'm not going to get that chance. I was quite hard about that decision. Made a video saying how angry I was about that, how they took the world champs away from Crash B, effectively killing Crash B, and then they haven't done anything with the world champs either. But like Sam said in the reply, it's all about funding. They need someone to actually pay for these events. Right, almost at the end. One more stroke, I think. Oh, right, apologies that you can't see me. But let's see if cameras come back to life. No. You can see me sitting down at the bottom, but so I'll make this a quick goodbye because you can't see me. In fact, actually, this means I can stand up and walk around due to the discomfort of that seat. Oh, I said I wasn't going to talk about it again, sorry. So yeah, I'll make this a quick goodbye because it's a static that you can see of me. So in fact, I'll just click continue at least, if nothing else, so that you can, hang on, there we go, continue. Oh no, it's just that, so you can see my results. So not an amazing performance row from me, but like I say, it was a recovery row after a tough one yesterday, or a tough race yesterday. So let me, quickly pick up the iPad. Right, who have we got? CBDB says, thanks, always great to hear updates from Rowing Wolverine. John says, spooky, I just got passed by myself. A little glitch in the matrix, possibly. Hello, Mr. Edge. Yeah, right, so like I say, you can't see me, so I'm just going to make this quick. So thank you so much. I'm really sorry about all the technical issues today. There's quite a lot to do with, who just messaged? Or was that just a Robert Austin saying thank you? Yeah, I think it's just left a bit too late, kind of slept in a little bit because of trying to recover after yesterday's race and left it too late to kind of get everything sorted today. So really, really sorry about that. TikTok says on his exercise session there was lots of traffic. I know, I think maybe it's a mix of people not updating the app and people who have updated. I don't know. Like I say, I was on my own. So, right. I'm gonna say thanks everyone in here. Thanks everyone. Full stop. Cool. Right. And then I'm gonna head off. So thank you so much for joining me in this one. Sorry, it was a little bit all over the place. Next week we are back to 5 o'clock in the evening UK time for the sunset RowAlong. So our people around the world can probably join because it's not going to be the morning for them. Although I do realise that it's going to be like 5 in the morning if you're in Australia. So I'm sorry about that. Next week again. Yes. Yeah, sorry, just reading messages. So I look forward to seeing you or you seeing me or hearing from you or whatever next week. But I will be here. So it's what, the 17th of November. So yeah, I'm definitely here, 5 o'clock next week. All look after yourselves, please. Have a fantastic week. I will be there. That's what Tech Toby's saying. Yeah, have a fantastic week. Look after yourselves. Make sure and go have something to eat and drink after this. Stretch and all the things that you need to do in order to be recovered and ready for your day ahead. And yeah, and have an amazing week coming up. So hang on, I just got to flick into this to hit. Oh, where's the thing to hit stop streaming? Yes, so I've said all my goodbyes, haven't I? I've said look after yourselves and have a great week about 4 times, so it's time to say goodbyes. So I will see you or all that kind of stuff next week. Remember, get in touch if you want me to do a technique review, info@rowalong.com. I can just film yourself, send a video, and I'll give you what my thoughts of your technique is. And you can, of course, laugh at my technique. And there we go, Helen. I've been waiting for you to finish, Helen. Helen's all done. Bye-bye. All right, I'll see you all next week, and bye-bye.